Hi folks, this is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report. Well, as I've said in other times that I've talked to you, that things are really changing quickly right now. And one of the things that I've felt through the years as I've lived up in this area is I haven't been able to discover, to become good at fishing for smallmouth bass in our tributaries once it gets past September. When that air temperature starts to change and the water's getting colder, I just don't have any luck. The fish seem to disappear. And I've talked to my friends about it, and I've talked to you on the radio about it before too. So this year things were a bit different because I never remember through all the years a time when I could go fish, and I'm going to use the Grass River as an example, where I could go fish this river this time of the year, and it was actually down to summer levels where the water was shallow. I could fish the same pools that I fished in the summer. Well, here's what I found. First of all, 90% of those pools where I would catch so many fish in the summer, there's nothing there now. I don't catch a bass. I don't get a strike. I have to find that one pool where fish may have still gathered. And I found that in one of the places in the Grass River. I've never done that before. But here's what I found in that pool. Now, number one, when I'm fishing, it's at that special time of the day that I think is the best in the rivers, which is in the evening. Not once it starts getting dark, but the hour before it starts to get dark. Maybe the hour just before sunset. And it throughout the whole summer, that's when the bigger fish seem to be on the hunt, and I've been able to catch them. Well, I went to this one pool, and I thought, will I get anything here? And I started catching bass. And this was a few nights ago, and here's what happened. I stood within, I would say, 50 feet of the area that I waited. I didn't go very far. And with this 50 feet stretch of this pool, I caught 14 bass. And of those 14 bass, 12 of them were 14 inches and bigger. I didn't get anything over 18 inches, but 18 inches on the Grass River is huge. So all that were there, all that appeared to be there in that pool were big bass. No little ones. No 8, 9, 10 inches, 7, 8 inches that I catch by the dozens in the summer. Where had they all gone? I don't know. Were they being bullied by the big fish and the big fish weren't letting them hit? I don't think so, because as things tapered down, I didn't catch anything. It wasn't that then the little fish had their chance to bite. The other thing that I can tell you that I noticed from this is the strikes from these big bass they weren't just casual. These strikes were such that I several times thought I had snagged. I was letting the little bitty crayfish that I was using drift slow, and this is a plastic crayfish, not a real one, drift slowly through the current, and all of a sudden it felt just like I'd snagged. But what it was this great big bass had hit it and just engulfed it, and so I ended up catching some beauties. And this will keep me going until next summer, because as it gets colder and colder, I'm not going to go there again. But I got to tell you, it was revealing, it was illuminating to me, and I don't have the answer. I don't have the answer of where they will go, and I also don't have the answer of why in these pools it's just big fish. The big fish rule, and boy, I'll tell you, they were the biggest bass I've caught all year. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report.